Hey everyone, thank you for being here. This is going to be pretty short. I have lots of meds that I'm taking and I feel very puffy and swollen, so yuck. But anyway, at least I'm better. And so I am going to do a quick reading, but hi, I'm Holly, psychic medium, energy reader, and yeah, not at my prime right now. So, but sometimes when illness happens, it's because, well, there can be a lot of reasons, but sometimes we have to stop. We have to stop and just rest and be and reflect and really think about who we are and where we are and what are we doing. So, and sometimes we see things that we can't ignore any longer. So, illness has its place, and so the lesson has been learned, and now it needs to go away. And I am better. So, I will do what I can when I can. But anyway, so here we go. I wrote on my writable mug today, I very clearly asked Spirit, what is the message for Wednesday? Be yourself. And be true to yourself. So it's not only just be yourself, but it's be true to yourself. Honor who you are. You are enough. You're strong. You're brave. You are all the things that when you were a little kid, think about. When you were a little kid, think about how much it meant to you to be strong enough to be able to do what you wanted to do, for the most part within reason. Not many people can take off on a world trip, and be gone for 6 months out of the year. I mean, that's kind of a rarity, but for the most part, we are a sum total. And I'm actually hearing this now. What we are a sum total of all of our experiences and decisions, the things that we feel like happen to us, and the things we put ourselves into. That's what the reading's going to be about. All right, let's get to it. Hello, baby. Yeah, I was wearing a mask at home because I didn't want to make the cats sick while I was afraid I might be contagious, so I'm not now. Yeah, we are a sum total of the decisions we make. All right, cheers. I got out cards I haven't used in a while. And scratchy writing there. And this one jumped out at me. I forgot what it's called. It's one I've cut down. What is it called? It's called the, I think I got it right here. Yeah. The Wildwood Tarot. Okay. Sorry, little baby. I didn't mean to scare you. This is the Wildwood Tarot. They're normally square, much bigger, but I cut them down. All right. I don't know if they're still in print or not. Actually, a friend gave these to me. So it just didn't resonate with them, and I just kind of think they're really cool, but they were hard to handle, So, all right, let's see. What is the message for the collective? What is the message for the collective, please? What is the message for the collective for this reading for Wednesday? All right, this one, Seven of Vessels, mourning. Oh, hello. Come back, card. It's trying to run away from me. Mourning, as in not the sun rises, but mourning as in mourning. Someone laid out or put out a whole dinner or presentation, like a picnic kind of thing, but it's a skull. So either someone never showed up or they waited too long for someone. This is definitely a card of mourning. That is a very sad card. All right, what else have we got? Help us to understand what it's about. But notice that the tree behind it, it looks like it's in the throes of almost winter, maybe, or coming out of winter, because to me that looks like moss. It looks like moss growing up the side of the tree. And that to me always speaks of, maybe that's what it is or not, I don't know. It's what it looks like, and that's what I'm getting right now. So that's what's important in the reading, I guess. But even though it feels like the deepest, darkest night of winter, there is renewal happening, there is growth happening, and there is so much life within even a square inch of moss. If you really look at it, it's amazing and it's beautiful. All right, so let's see, what else have we got? Oh, that one definitely came out. Three of Stones, creativity. Stones in this deck would be pentacles. So normally with the three, that's people coming together to create, to build, starting a business, that kind of thing, you know, with the, shows them on a, like art, with the, going over architectural plans or holding up a street light or something. Well, tapestry, it looks like a street light to me in the deck I'm thinking of. But this is someone who is Three of Stones, creativity. This is a single individual, but look at the bottom of her dress. It becomes the roots. And she's drawing strength from what looks like Stonehenge. She's drawing strength from those three stones. She is pulling her strength back to her. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Someone needs to do an energy retrieval. You can bet I'll be doing one. Energy retrieval. There's an energy retrieval video. It's 6 minutes long. It's embedded on the community section of the homepage of the channel, or just look up Holly Speaks to Spirit energy retrieval and you'll find it. It seems really simple, but it's actually a really powerful practice when you put your intention into it. Everything is about intention, you all. All right. She's gaining strength. So I feel like this is the person who has come out of the cycle of mourning. Oh, and look at that. I just noticed the carvings on the stones. One is, it looks like an antelope, but it's got a hump like a buffalo, and the other one looks like a horse. So she is finding her, I almost said feet, which are roots. She is becoming grounded while at the same time growing immensely strong. Y'all better watch out. All right, let's see what we got. Let's do one more time. Where does this person go? If this is your reading in the collective, you are about to step out of the time of mourning and into finding your rootedness, groundedness, and strength. And it also said to look at the bottom of the deck. Actually, these two. We have 10 of Stones, home. So that is finding your home and finding your peace. And the Queen of Arrows, a swan. Beautiful. Swans are magical beings in my mind. They can be ferocious. If you've ever been around swans or geese or anything in that kind of family, they can be, I mean, if you're in their territory, they are brutal, but they're so beautiful, very ethereal. Swan Lake was a famous ballet for a reason. All right. Now, so you were coming out of the time of mourning with the Three of Stones. You're finding your rootedness, groundedness. You're calling your power. You're calling your strength. You're calling your energy back to you. Then we have the Queen of Stones, bear. Bears are healing animals. And the bear is waking up and looking out at the new dawn. Yes, you are coming out of hibernation. You're coming out of hibernation. You're stepping, and I'm getting the up my left side. You're coming into a place of understanding, awareness, and strength. She is facing her own energy and calling it back. Whereas once she starts the healing process, or he starts the healing process, whomever it is, it's about the energy of the cards. Just remember that. Not about the gender. But this bear is facing the sun. Waking up and facing the sun. The Page of Bows. Otter. Otters are water animals, so we're moving into spring. This has to do with emotions. Well, with grief, but grief could be over finances or, job stuff or political stuff or who knows. But this feels like it's a very personal energy. Also, they're showing me otter. I know it might sound gross, and people don't do it now, but at one point, otter skins were given as a gift, and it was a healing gift, is what I'm asking Spirit why. I just know they did it, and what I'm hearing is that it happened, But what I'm hearing is that it was more than a token of appreciation and love. It was a gift of healing, much like that bear. And warmth, because you could wrap it around your neck. Well, anyway, I know that's awful, and we don't do that to poor little animals like that right now. Anyway, Two of Arrows, injustice. So the Two of Arrows are going to be swords, because she's doing that cross thing with under the scales of justice, where one there's greed involved, where one has a feather and one has coins in it. So this this has to do with emotions, but it also has to do with a financial imbalance in somebody. I'm hearing the phrase playing dirty. Someone is playing dirty. All right. So we've got one person in this reading who is healing, and one who is dealing with the after effects of, I feel like it's this person's injustice. It's not this one. This person is grieving. And then we have the Queen of Bows, or the hare, which is just a big old fat rabbit. Big old giant boxing rabbit. Nothing wrong with that. Powerful. It's powerful. You don't think of rabbits as being fighters and powerful. That one is. So it is your sensitivity that will give you your strength in the end. Just like the Four of Stones and protection. You can be gentle. Because even though you may be a rabbit, inside you feel like a little doe, but you're always protected. You are always protected by the circle of stones. All right. And then the page and the circle of stones could be your ancestors or a person that you knew who may have moved on. The message is, you don't have to pretend like you're so tough. You don't have to put up a big front. All you have to do is be yourself, huh? Be yourself. Be true to yourself. Be true to what your nature is. You will be protected. If your nature is gentleness, but a feather and a coin, light as a feather and heavy as those coins, there's going to be an injustice and an imbalance. But healing is priceless. And this strength you have, your strength is your greatest asset. That's what I keep getting. Did I get that last week too? I think I may have. And then the Page of Vessels, or Cups, Page of Cups. And it's an otter again. Wasn't this an otter? No, it's a stout. I may have called it an otter. Looks like one to me. This is actually an otter. Maybe they're just a little bigger. Looks like the same thing to me. All right. Spirit, help me to round out this with a message, please, with this last Page of Cups and the otter, please. And if you notice the two otters, well, the way they looked, it looked like they were looking at each other. Yeah. Anyway, when I had it on the table, I'm just flipping them around like a magic act up here. But anyway, your peace of mind is going to be based on your compassion and gentleness. Your peace of mind, you have fought a hard fight forever. You don't have to keep fighting that hard fight. You don't always have to look over your shoulder and burden yourself with wondering if you're good enough. Screw that. You are good enough. I'm telling you right now. You are good enough. You do enough. You do more than enough. Be yourself. Be true to yourself. If your nature is to be gentle, if you don't like conflict, you know how to throw it out there. You know how to do it. You know how to get in that scuffle. But if you don't want to, don't. It isn't your fight. That is this reading. That is entirely this reading. And it started with the message of be yourself. Be true to your nature. And when you are true to your nature, that is when you find your greatest peace, wherever that is, and in whatever situation that is. You can't fight other people's demons. You can't fight other people's battles, and they have to want to. So you be true to yourself. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And I will tell you, I almost, well, I wanted to, I kind of did well up a couple times. I wanted to cry. It was just the sweetest comments. Thank you so much for being you. Thank you for, obviously I'm still not 100% because I'm getting all weepy. Yeah. Okay, I think it's time for me to, yeah, I just could, anyway. So I think I'm going to get a little something to snack on. Even stomach is awful. That's part of it. But anyway, I'm going to get something. It's like I've got an appetite, but everything tastes weird. I've always got an appetite. So anyway, I'm going to get something to eat and then go to bed. I doubt I'll sleep, but I'll just lie there and get all cozy with the kitties. All right. You take care. Be good. And we're going to have a new deck to play with tomorrow, I think, because I did go ahead and I must have looked at it 25 times in the cart before I bought it. So it should be coming tomorrow. I got it over the weekend. I finally broke down and did it, so we'll see. It looks like it's a really good, empowering one. I'm excited. All right, you all take care. And I will talk to you soon and hopefully sound better tomorrow. So, bye.